What if resilience is already part of your everyday life? Just maybe not in the way you expect. Not strong, not unshakable, but slightly warm and still here in the small moments, the ones that don't look like much, the ones that can easily be overlooked. In April, we start noticing. Welcome, my crafty friend. A month has passed again, and so we are back here with another free printable signature for the month of April for my junk journal planner. Before I show you the pictures, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a flip through my March so far. This one here was a video, and it had a little story attached to it. Here was the little text and a beautiful poem on the side. I will of course link all the videos below so that you can have a look if you are interested. And then I moved to my next page. And this one here was a special month for me. Look at this, my New Zealand passport arrived on the 2nd of March. And so I made a little note on this little printable tag, made an eyelet, and just used one of the little figurines from my Printable kit here as a tuck spot. Beautiful page, or a page that is very meaningful for me at least. Then there are heaps of free pages because we had 5 pages for this month, so I have lots of free space that I can still work with. This was another of my YouTube video about the lantern maker, a little fairy tale with some insights of how to weather the storm of our minds. The next one here, look at this. My partner had birthday. My daughter made a Russian honey cake, a layered cake for him, very complicated, and it took her hours and hours and hours. And you can see it's really layered here. I thought I'd make a little collage out of them and have here like a little happy birthday for him, and here again like a little journaling card. Use the bridge here or the rainbow thing again as a tuck spot. Then I explain later a little bit about my mind map to-do list and how I use my weekly calendar. And this one here, look at this. We have a pomegranate tree, and this is such a funny story because I didn't know that pomegranate trees are very prickly. They have really thorns, and so it's not a nice tree to touch, and it never had fruits. And so last year I told the tree, look, if you don't get fruits, you have to go. And look at this. It's really big, I think 12 of them, like big fruits. So I'm really looking forward to see how they taste. And then I have a flip up here. And I thought I'm using the round ones because it's so nicely fitting, and a little tiny house here again. I think that is us. Now here I have, I can tell you a secret. Over the last half a year, I participated in Fodder School 5. And next week, sometime, I think it's next week, a video will come out and I show you all the things I have done over the last half year with Fodder School 5. I so enjoyed it. And this was a postcard swap. And so I got these 2 postcards with little bits and pieces, some fodder from people from different parts of the world. Okay, but that brings us to the new signature, the April signature. And with that, I show you the new paper outlay. I thought, because the topic for April is resilience, and so my inspiration were jeans and worn out wooden planks or like wood. And so you see, that's the first one. And like always, I'm using a little bit of a thicker paper to print on. I find it easier for my junk journal planner, and I'm printing on both sides. You can see here again, it's the worn wooden structure and something that looks like jeans and a little bit of fitting flowers. So it's a turquoise, dark blue, pinkish, brownish paper layout. So the next one here again has a pocket, and so we can literally make pockets out of it. We have a plain side. Again, on the other side, a mixture out of denim and like worn wood. Like it's here, you can see on the top. Here's again one with a little pocket, also some rustic metal bits. The other side, just plain wooden planks. Again, plain wooden planks, but with a little bit of a flower that looks as if it is out of fabric maybe. And the other side again plain. Small pocket here, where's the flowers, more brownish plank. And here again, like a pink flower. So that are the 8 pages printed back and forth. And as always, I cut around a little bit of the white border that we have when we print. What I also have is like some journaling cards here and a fussy cutting sheet. They are free printables. You can find them on my Ko-Fi page. I will link them below as always. For the ones of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I'm using my junk journal as a junk journal planner. What I mean by that is that every week, I show it to you here. Let me find the page. Every week, I create out of this sheet a weekly diary. I fold it in half and let me find, I prepared it already. So let me find, I prepared already 4. I cut it down to size, fold it in half. What I then also do usually is that I'm using my corner rounders, and I like this because I find it looks a little bit more finished. So look at that. Sometimes I go around with my Distress Oxide ink, sometimes I leave them plain, and so I'm gluing them on one side. So if I glue this, I make like a little topper here so it's easier to open and close. And on the side it is so you can open it up, and on this side I am writing a to-do list that is like a mind map. I made a video out of here for this, so in case you are interested, you will find again the link below. So I will put this to the side. I will put them to the side. So you might have noticed I have a few other papers here. What I had this time, I noticed last month, I love the papers, I really do, and they are really full. They are like very, very busy, but they had lots of white spaces, and so I enjoyed working with them. But I noticed that using just the printable papers, I missed a little bit my junk journal feeling style, and so I decided I would like to use maybe 3 of them and combine them, 3, maybe even only 2, and combine them with these papers and make signatures out of it. I just have to decide which one I want. I remember there is this one with the pink pocket, and I really like that. I think I would like to have this as my starting page. So if I have this, and then this one here is one of my papers that I dyed with food coloring. Actually, I have a video. I also will link it below. So I can then put maybe that one. Or maybe let me put this one in half first. Then I can really, so let's put that one in half. And then maybe that one. No, I think that one. I like the red line here with that. So now let's have a look which one we want. Maybe I don't want another pocket. One pocket might be enough for me. Maybe two pockets. Maybe this. Let me fold that in half. So, and then put that here. And then this in the middle. I think I might want to have another one just in case. Let me see which one. Because I would like to have maybe that one in the middle. I can fold that one here. Maybe I do it like this and decide at a later point what I want to do with that. Okay, so what we have now here is, of course, you can see they are a little bit here on the top and they are a little bit here on the side. Often I really don't care about this. Today I would like to show you what you can do if you want to. You can, of course, take either your scissors, or I will try to use this one here, see if it goes through all of it. You see, I'm making little funny things here. No, it didn't want to go through. Let me grab my scissors. Okay, that was maybe a little bit too thick. But you can always do here. Either take your big scissors and make it, cut it through. You can do this same here. Either all at once or step by step. Because it's a junk journal, I am not so fussed when they are a little bit crooked. Like this one here gets a little bit crooked, but I'm not so fussed about it. And in between, I also thought we might like to do some borders together over the next months. And so I'm easy peasy with this. Okay. So then let me show you where's the first one. I think this one I would like to leave like it is, but I think on that side I would like to put the weekly planner. What I often do is that I put the weekly planner here and it's been out there. What I noticed recently is that it's sometimes hard to write here because I don't have a proper surface. So I thought I will just put it here, and so it's opening up to my journal, and I think that is actually easier. So let's get some Yoo-hoo stick on here. You can always, when the corners should come up, you can of course put afterwards a little bit of glue there. I'm not so fussed about it again. Okay, so let us open up like this. So I'm trying to find here a middle ground, and one of my bone folders to really press it down. Okay, so the first is done, and I will finish this one without you, and then you can come back. So I finished my signature for the moment, and what I can do now, because the Junk Journal Planner has a notebook, traveler's notebook style setup, so there's the elastic band, so I can open that one to the middle here, the signature, and then easy peasy, just slide it in. Beauty with that is, because we only have 4 weeks to go with, so I show you the signature, but I also show you how easy it is to just add pages. So that is my starting page, and then I thought here, one of this marbled paper, that's a nice combination. And then, because this is a thinner paper, I thought I used the thinner papers to attach my calendar to it. Here is the first one. And what I usually do, because this is April, and if we go back to the last signature here, no, it was not the last one, like this is the last one here, you can see it is, oh, I don't know if you can see, maybe it's too far away, but here it was the 30th of March, and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of April already. So I don't want to double up. So it's then, I start here with the 6th. Oops, something fell down. The 6th, the 7th, the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it is April. And I do this through the junk journal. Here again, because it's one of the thinner pages. This one here I'm using as a mind map, as I said before, for my weekly tasks to do. And then here on the next page again, because it's a thinner page, I use that for my next week in April. We have that page here. That comes to the middle, and that's what I meant. If during the months I realize I have more space to go by, I can easily add like another paper, or I can even slide it in between. I can, if I want to slide it in here, I can slide in a paper like this, or doily, or whatever we want to have in there. So very easy. So it's very flexible to do and to decorate like to your heart's desire. The other side, and again, here's the marbled paper. So for the ones of you that are with me for a long time, you can stop the video right here because you know what is coming. For the ones that are just starting out with the Junk Journal Planner, I will link the entire playlist for the Junk Journal Planner below. But I would like to explain it again. Every month we have one theme, a theme that is connected to mental health and well-being. My name is Katjana. I'm a psychotherapist for many, many years. And I have been a crafter all my life. And I value the combination out of crafting and what it does wonders and positive things to our mental health and well-being. That's why I set that up. It's a combination that then also on top of it organizes our life. So every month has a topic. April is resilience. March was creativity. On the community page, you can find daily mindfulness prompts. And with the mindfulness prompts, you can collect tiny little bits and pieces, something that inspired you that day. Little bits and pieces here. And at the beginning of the next month, we come together in a live session and we create together a collage. And I'm using this as the cover for my signatures. So the next one will be on Monday, the 4th of April, and that will be for our March signature. So if this sounds interesting to you, I would love you to be part of our community. It's a beautiful little community with beautiful little people in it. Little people in it. No, and grown-up people in it. And yeah, I hope to see you either in the next video or maybe like Monday in a week for the live. I wish you a wonderful day and take care, my lovely crafty friend.